Oh my God. All right, guys. This looks like it's going to be an epic day. I will see you on the next. It's beautiful Sunday. Finally cooled down a little bit here. Humidity's supposed to go down, but I just got permission on this house here, which is right around the corner from my house, so I was able to walk over here. And this house here shows up on the 1870s map, so I have all this to do a little bit in the back, but expectations are high, hoping to pull something old out of here. We'll see what happens, but we'll see you on the first clip. Alright guys, I just made that intro clip. I was standing right next to that bench. This is the pass that I made from that bench to here. First target, about 8-9 inches down. That's a large scent, my friends. That is my very first, although this looks like it was used as a washer or something. There is no doubt that's a largie. That's my first. This is awesome. So hopefully this house is going to be fantastic. Man, this is a great sign if the rest of the yard is like this. But look at that now. I don't think there's going to be a date on it. It looks like maybe somebody drilled a hole in it and used it as a washer. But we will take this. And my hopes for this yard just really went up. So hopefully there will be more. See you on the next. Alright guys, large scent was over there. Went through and did that small little square. Now I'm coming back along the sidewalk so I could do this front. And second target, got an Indian. Looks like an 1893. Wasn't too deep. Let's see. Pretty sure it's gonna be 1893, but high hopes for this yard. All right, starting off good. We'll see you on the next. All right, guys, I am having one of them days. It's very rare that you get to a place that's not, and do an old house and it's not been detected before. That large scent was right over there. And the Indian I just dug on that last clip was right there. What are the chances? This summer, I've been wanting to find two things on my bucket list. A large scent and a Barber quarter. Never found either one. Well, one day, and I could scratch them both off the list. Look at this. Check that out. See if we get a year. 1907, baby. And that was a screaming signal about 4 inches down. There's another signal right here. So if that turns out to be another coin, I will get back. But man, I am so pumped. This yard, I can't believe nobody's hit it. I mean, this house is really old. It's the original doors. Look at them soffits up there. And this is right on the main drag. My house is only a block over that way. I've been looking at this house for the last 3 years. Never stopped. Don't know why. But double bucket lister day. And I just started. Amazing. All right, guys. We will see you on the next. This is just ridiculous, guys. Barber quarter right there. I told you I had another signal. I come over here, look at this. That is a Barber half. Now, I never found one of these. 2 weeks ago, I found one at my sister's house, and I was ecstatic. And it was all beat up. Oh my God, look at this. $1907. A Barber half and quarter spill. I'm not even cleaning the rest of that up. It's a D. 1907 D. All right, guys, I will get back to you. I don't even know what to say. I have not made a full complete pass in this yard yet. All I did was went from that bench over there, large cent, nothing in the square, come up through here, Indian, Barber quarter, Barber half, here and there. Oh my God. All right, guys, this looks like it's gonna be an epic day. I will see you on the next. All right, guys, next item. Found a first interesting relic. It's not silver or anything, but be a nice little thimble. Looks like it's got some writing on there. A little squished in, but that might even be the first thimble I've ever found whole. What the heck, we'll just keep going with the bucket listers today. So anyway, interesting little relic, but I'm still out in the front here. Haven't gotten past anything yet, past this yard, which is nice because it's in the shade of this nice tree, but pretty soon I'll have to be out there in the sun. It's a pretty big side yard, goes all the way back to that fence line back there, and then there's the back. So all right, we will see you on the next one. Okay guys, the thimble was right over there on the other side of the shovel. Got a kind of jumpy, scratchy tone, and got this. Gonna be a buffalo nickel. Not sure if I'll get a date off of it, but a little bit crudted up there on that side, but definitely a buff. So all right, we are going to continue on this epic hunt. Like I was saying before, it's very rare that you find a place that hasn't been hunted before, and for how old this house is, I don't know if anybody's ever stopped here. Maybe I got it because I'm neighbors with them and they know me, but either way, this just turned out to be my best yard ever. Two bucket list coins. Found that thimble, which I don't think I ever found one before. All right, what else can you say? I'm gonna keep going. All right, wasn't even 30 seconds after I found that buffalo over there. Got another cool little relic. It's gonna be a button. Neat little design on it. Looks like a two-piece, like an iron back button. But cool little design right there. The back's got some rustiness on it. But okay, we'll clean this up, show you in the wrap. Alright guys, been a little bit since the last find. Did a couple more passes, and up in here it seems like there's some, I don't know, coal ash fill and stuff, so there's different pockets of it in the yard, so you know, just got to be mindful of that. I dug up a couple of signals, turned out to be hot rocks, but anyway, just got another coin signal. It's going to be another Indian, and I already picked it up, wiped it off of my jeans, but that's where it was. 1904 it looks like. So not bad, we'll take that. Still out in the front here. Probably have another one or two passes in here, and then I got to start in the sun over there. So not looking forward to that, but this yard is awesome, so we're gonna keep going. So all right, we'll see you on the next find. All right guys, next find. I was over there by the tree, just got that Indian a little while ago. Got a deeper signal in here. Thought it was going to be a penny, but turns out it's going to be a dime. I think it's a Barber. I didn't even clean it off yet, but yep, going to be a Barber. Looks like 1907. All right, we're going to keep going here. I'm just about done with the front now. And gonna be getting ready to go over to the side. Looks like we got a mint mark there too. Oh, sweet. All right, 19070. All right, we're gonna keep going, and we'll see you on the next. All right, guys, been a little while. I dug up a wheat penny after that silver dime, that Barber dime. It was right next to it, and just about ready to go over to the side over there, but made one more pass up through here, and I still have to go that way, over that way next to the bushes. But got another little relic, pretty deep little crotal bell. And looks like it's all there. So that's pretty awesome. Looks like this is going to be one of the older ones. Probably got a design. Yep, got a little design on it there. Well, we'll get this cleaned up. I'll show you in the wrap, but that's a pretty cool little relic. All right, we'll see you on the next. Well, guys, unexpected. The lady came back. She had gone out to the store, and she came back, and she was like, "Are you still here?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know, I explained to her how it takes time to, you know, scan everything. Now, all I got done was the front, and there's the house. However, the lady did ask me to leave. She says, "I got some people coming over later, and I don't know how comfortable I am with this," because, you know, she saw that I had dug a plug, and I explained the whole thing to her before I had started. But you know what? I got to spend 2 hours in the front. God knows what's left on the side and in the back. She was a little bit hesitant to begin with. So I'm just glad that I was able to get in there and recover what I did. Turns out to be, you know, an epic day no matter what. Too bad we couldn't finish. But, you know, some property owners are like that, and you got to respect that. And, you know, I was very nice about it. She was nice about it, but she did ask me to leave, so I packed right up and thanked her for allowing me to spend the time there. So, unfortunately, heading home, and we'll see what else we can get into. I don't know if I'm going to get back out today. I had that lined up. I talked to her probably, just a few days ago, but all right, well, that's how it goes sometimes. So we will see you shortly. I'll see you on the wrap-up. Hey guys, welcome to the wrap-up. As you saw from them clips, I had an incredible permission going this week. I was able to find a house right around the corner from my house that I have looked at a million times and never knocked on, and decided to knock. But as you can see, I got into the yard. I got some incredible finds made, and then, as sometimes does happen, the lady didn't really quite feel comfortable, and she asked me to leave. Now, you can't get mad over that. It is the homeowner's property, and there's nothing you can do about it. It does happen sometimes. I've seen it happen to some of the guys on the channels on YouTube that I follow, and it's even happened to my digging partner before. Sometimes, you know, maybe the wife will give you permission, and then the spouse comes home, and all of a sudden you gotta leave. I mean, it happens. It happens in our hobby sometimes. Fortunately, not a lot, but it does happen. So, unfortunately, I had to leave this epic place. This yard was incredible, as you saw from the finds, and Lord only knows what is on the side of that house and in the back of that house. I mean, I'm hoping to one day be able to get back. She is a neighbor of mine, so maybe I can talk my way back in there, but for right now, it's done. So, anyway, this house is, it shows up on the 1870s map that I have. So it was made, the house was built before that, and from what I can see on the map, it was the main house. Everything else around it was fields, way back in the day. So this was the original house, the original homestead. If I had to guess, maybe 1860s, maybe a little bit earlier, not sure. But let me move on with the relics real quick, and then I'll get to the really good finds. This is just a little brass ring. This is a little ironback button. Not sure how old it is, probably not that old. You can see it's got the rusty iron back to it, but it has a neat little design on it. This thimble, little brass thimble, maybe silver washed. When I cleaned it up, it says, it's hard to see this, but it says Old Forge Bank. And I also found this crotal bell, which is pretty neat. The still has the dinger in there and still makes sound, and it's got that neat design. This is an older one. And a pocket knife. Now, the interesting thing, going back to the thimble, is that the Old Forge Bank it started in 1909 and was the Old Forge Bank until 2009. So it lasted for 100 years. Old Forge is a town that's a couple miles away from me. Probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 miles away. It's between Scranton and Wilkes-Barre in northeastern PA, closer to Scranton. But it's kind of, that town in itself is an older town too. And it's pretty neat to find something from the Old Forge Bank, you know, in my town, a little bit of ways from where it came from. Let's see, there was a couple of coins. Now, before I get into these coins and stuff, one of the things this year that I set a goal for myself. I said this year I would really consider it a successful year if I can find some things that I never found before. So I put 2 things on my list. I said, you know what? I want to find a large cent and I want to find a Barber quarter. 2 things that I never got before. Been my white whales in the last couple of years of detecting. So, as you saw from the clips, I got them both from this yard in one day. Now, how awesome is that? What a coincidence, but this yard was, like I said, just incredible. So, as far as the coins go, I ended up with 2 Indian pennies. One is 1892, one is 1904. And they're not in too bad a shape. I just, I soaked them in a little olive oil and cleaned up the grime off of them. And like I said, not too bad a shape there. Didn't do anything else with them. I did the same thing with this wheat penny. This is a nice early wheat penny. Let's see if I can get it to focus there, but it's going to be 1911. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see. And I think I caught it across the face right there, that big scratch right there. But again, for being an older wheat penny, I mean, look at the wheat stalks on it. You can still see the lines on it. So it was probably dropped shortly after it was made in those earlier years. But it's a 1911. I also got this Buffalo nickel. It did end up having a date on it, 1925. And the backside, you know, a lot of nickels come out pretty trashed in the ground. And this one's really not much of an exception, but at least you're able to get the date off of it. The date is always the high point on the coin, and usually if the detail is going to be gone, it's going to be gone on that date first. That's usually the bad spot. So it's pretty cool to get one with a date. Now to the silver and the bucket list Indian or large cent. As you can see, this one is damaged. It's got a hole drilled right through the middle, and with this round mark in it, I'm pretty sure that this was probably used as a makeshift washer at one point. You know, somebody put a nail through it and used this as a washer. And as you can see, the bottom, it's distorted, it's out of round, and I was not able to pick up a date. But from the little bit of detail that I got right there on above the hole, I'm 99.9% positive that this is going to be a matron head large cent. And the dates on the matron heads are 1816 to 1839. So it's a nice early one. If this didn't have the hole in it, it looked like it would have been in pretty good condition if it wasn't hammered, because you can make out there's an L there for part of the Liberty that goes through the headband there, and you can still see some of the stars around the top and sides. But as you come down to the bottom, everything kind of fades out. But I mean, you can definitely tell, no doubt, that it's a large cent. And as you can see on the back, you can see part of the word America right here. I can see the word of right in there. And you can also make out the ONE for one, where it would say 1 cent in parts of the wreath there. So, you know what? It's got a hole in it. I don't care. I found my very first large cent, and I am thrilled with it. But equally thrilling was the 3 silver coins that I dug. As you saw in the clip, the first silver coin I dug was this Barber quarter, a 1907 Barber quarter. And it's really not in that bad a shape. I did clean it up a little bit. I like my silver shiny. I don't know why. If it's, I was able to see the date fine, and if they're not a key date or whatever, I'll take a little bit of baking soda between my fingers and just give it a light rub, and it takes off the grime and the dirt that's on the coin. But it also takes the patina away, so some people don't like that. But way I figured is, you find it, it's yours, you do what you want with it, right? But my very first Barber quarter. So in one day, in one hunt, in 2 hours, I found the both items that I had on my bucket list for this year. The 2 items I really wanted to find, I got them both here. Also, got this 1907 Barber half dollar. Up until about 2 weeks ago, if you look back on my videos, I found a Barber half. This one is a 1907. The mint mark is D. If you can see down there right at the bottom of the tail feather. Up until 2 weeks ago, I'd never found a Barber half. I've only found 2 other half dollars. I found one each year that I was detecting, one last year and the year before that, but they were Walking Liberty halves. But I never found a Barber. And then 2 weeks ago or so, I was at my sister's house and I found one. It was my first one. It was kind of beat up, but I didn't care. I was thrilled to have it. This one is in much better condition, and it was part of a spill. These were 6 inches apart from each other. This was screaming at me. I dug this one first. This I thought was going to end up being a piece of trash, like a piece of aluminum siding or something, because it seemed a little bit bigger, and it was just pegging the machine. But it turned out to be that beautiful Barber half. And then a little while later, probably about maybe 10 feet away from where those two were, was a 1907 with a mint mark O, a 1907 O Barber dime. And I don't know if you can see the O. It's right at the bottom of the wreath there. But the cool thing is, what are the chances that I find 3 silver coins and they're all 1907? Look at that. 1907, 07, and 07. So how cool is that? Like I said, I was kind of sick about not being able to do the front, or I'm sorry, the rest of that yard. I only got to do the front, but don't get me wrong, I am grateful for this day, for what I found here. This is awesome. This turned out to be an epic day for me. Like I said, one of my best yards. I mean, to find those 2 bucket listers, and I don't think I've ever found a full thimble either. So really, like 3 bucket list finds, all in one yard. But especially the coins, getting the large cent and the Barber quarter was really the highlight of my summer, really, but the highlight of this this trip. So not a lot as far as if I had spent the whole day. Like I said, Lord knows what would have been in there. I'm sure there's lots more coins on the side and the back and other nice relics. And like I said, maybe, possibly at some time, I'll be able to get back in there. But for right now, I'm going to let it go. Try to see around the neighborhood a little bit, just make sure everything's cool and kind of feel my way. If I can get back in there, great, but I won't, push the idea. If the woman is uncomfortable with it, then that's it for that yard. But I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. It's not too often I get some of these epic yards and get on some really older stuff like this. I get lucky once in a while. Especially with the help of Chris from Detecting NEPA. We go out, we live in the same town, and we'll get together and go out on a dual hunt like that. And Chris has a nose for sniffing out the older places and knocking on doors. So we're going to try to get out with Chris again very soon. But in the meantime, this is this week's hunt. I put a video out a few hours ago about my other little side hobby that I do with raising monarch butterflies from caterpillars in my yard. So if you get a chance, go check out my last video. That's in there. But all right, until we find another permission, till I get out again. It's supposed to be a bit warm, and we're supposed to get some weather tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get out again, possibly Friday or by the weekend. But that'll be the next video. Until then, guys, be safe. Anybody that's out there doing this, be safe. Good luck. Can't wait to see what you guys find. And if you've liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. I really appreciate that support. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you on the next.